Hello there. Tonight's brush is going to be my Century set in rubber. It has been restored with a TGN 2-band finest and 20mm lovely brush. Let's set this over here to soak. Let's talk about the soap. Tonight we're using Yulay Brandstof. Now this is a men's cologne type fragrance. Yulay says some compare this to Diesel's Fuel for Life. Yulay's description is the top notes are pink pepper and star anise. Middle notes are lavender and raspberry, and base notes are vetiver and heliotrope. And the ingredients, if I can scroll down here, stearic acid, coconut fatty acid, palm stearic, glycerin, potassium hydroxide, castor oil, coconut oil, sunflower oil, babasu oil, Abyssinian oils, BTMS, polyquat, sodium lactate, allantoin, silica, liquid silk, kaolin clay, and fragrance. And this is a really good scent. I have the aftershave and the cologne. I wear this cologne often. I like it a lot. And we're going to go ahead and move on down and start the shave off. Lovely art I need to do. Yulay's presentation is wonderful, but in the samples that they have, they tend to try to come apart. Of course, it wouldn't matter probably. There would be some tiny little problem somewhere along the way with samples. There always is smaller samples, or just that's just to deal with them. So I'll just work with it the best way I know how to get a load into my brush. Now this is starting to come up to my nose because I've begun to lather it, and it's smelling really wonderful. Lovely stuff. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I don't normally have that much difficulty lathering in Monica's containers, but I'm having a little bit of trouble for some reason. It's being a little more cantankerous than it normally is, so I'm just going to put me a little chunk of soap in my the lather roll portion of my scuttle, and I'm just going to go to work on it. And that's one of the reasons, and I'm getting slippery, so I'm going to, Yulay's a slick soap, and if you get any of it on your hands while you're trying to load or lather, you're going to know how slick it is. And that's a good thing. I like a nice slick soap. Slickness is a characteristic in shaving soaps. That smells absolutely lovely. That I value an awful lot. It's not the only thing, you know. There's other attributes that are just as important. But I love a really, really nice slick soap. Yulay delivers really well in that regard, and Monulay. Okay, Monica's scents are absolutely gorgeous. They're second to none in my opinion. She makes just a fantastic level of different scents. I mean, literally, she has hundreds of scents on her site. I believe I would call her a master perfumer. She really knows exactly what it is that she's doing when she blends scents together. And they just always come out beautiful. Everything that I've ever tried, and trust me, I've tried a lot of her stuff. Everything I've ever tried of hers, even if it was something that particular scent might not be something that I was really enamored of. In other words, you're always going to get different scents that you personally. I've never run into anything in hers stuff that I haven't cared for. You know, that's really bothered me, or I haven't. You know, I've had a bad like a distaste for. But some scents are better than others to an individual. So, but even when I run into scents that aren't they don't kind of turn me on the way I want them to, they're still really well thought out and really well executed, and they still smell good. So, and I can say, you know, especially with me and some of these guys on YouTube, people like Chris Bailey, or Anthony Esposito, you know, or Charky. Charky's, you know, he came in with a passion, you know, and started trying everything. A lot of guys that have tried a lot of stuff, you know, you're going to run into soaps and aftershaves and that kind of deal that might not be your particular thing. That's normal, but to be quite honest with you, with Monica, I have never ran into one that I said, ew, I can't stand that scent, and I just never have. This is a fabulous scent in my opinion. Lovely masculine cologne type scent. Just beautiful. And like I say, I use the cologne version of this quite often. That was me kicking my strop, the bottom of my strop. I got it hanging down here where I normally hang it. I hang mine like Lynn Abrams does, underneath the countertop of my sink to the wood there. When I strop with it, it's hung elsewhere when I'm not using it, but sometimes I hit it with my foot, and you hear that. That's the rings, the D rings smacking together. No biggie. Lovely first pass. That's just lovely lather. Really, really hard to resist these soaps. They are just lovely. Wonderfully slick. Wonderfully clean, white looking lather, really creamy. Her lather has a really beautiful kind of delicate feel on my face that I really enjoy. Beautiful. That brush, I'm really loving that knot. I have it set lower than most of my knots, but higher than what a lot of guys would consider proper loft for a 20 millimeter knot. It's at like 46. So the knot is tighter, and it's taken longer to actually bloom out. So it's got a lot of backbone in it, but there's no scritch to the knot. There's some scrub because it's got that backbone there, but it's soft as a feather. Just really very lovely. Lovely. Now, I would normally use the Brandstof aftershave that goes with this soap, but I have a, hang on a minute, I need to hit that chin one more time. Oh yeah. Getting white hairs all in my chin. They're much more wiry and stiff. That's beautiful. So sometimes I need to go back and smack it around a little bit, give it a little bit more. But I would normally use the Brandstof aftershave, but I have a cologne or an aftershave that I've got in for testing. So I'm going to try it instead. That's lovely. Just a little bit more, just because that smells wonderful. Alright. Sorry, I can't tell you what that was, but it smells wonderful. That's been the shave. Thanks for coming along for the ride. God bless you. And I will see you next time.